Listen, if you guys are looking for a point guard build that can rock the rim, have a little bit of fun, whether you like to play the rec or park, theater, any of that type of game mode, man, I got a good one here for you. This build can finish at the rim, it can shoot from deep, it can do a little bit of everything, and then it also's got a little bit of defense on it as well. So definitely stick around. I'm going to show you this all-around ball hawking 3-point slasher. Let's go. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K26 build for you guys. And yes, I did make myself a point guard build. I said at the beginning of the year I didn't think I was going to make the point guard just because it's not my true position, but I wanted to experience it, have a little bit of fun with it. So we went ahead and made this 6'4" build. I got him looking like Ryan Rollins right now just because I'm a big Milwaukee Bucks fan, and man, he's been a breath of fresh air and really put some excitement into the team. I'm going to show you this build, the badges, animations, everything that goes along with it, and then I got some rec gameplay for you as well. So all I ask is you drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any of the builds, face creations, any of that type of stuff. And without further ado, let's head over to the builder, check out the build, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's the build as it stands. As you can see, I made it 6'4", 209 pounds. Now, if you are interested in trying to get this build to a 91 speed with ball, you do need to take the weight down some. I left it here, just add a little bit extra, strength, whatever you want to call it, to the build. 6'9" on the wingspan so we could get that 93-point shot. Just run through the stats real quick. I'm not going to go into the build and show you the full build. If you do want to make the build, use all the numbers you see at the top of each category, and then you can cap breaker them to the numbers that you see at the bottom, which is where I have them currently. 74 close shot. The 73 will get us the bronze paint patroller, which is going to be able to help us. Paint prodigy, sorry I said paint patroller. Paint prodigy, gonna help you finish them shots down low, along with a 75 driving layup, which is nothing too crazy, but layups are so broken in this game, it's more than enough to do the job. Whether you want to hit a floater or a scoop shot, or just a normal layup in transition, whatever, you get bronze float game, bronze layup mix master, 93 driving dunk once we put our cap breakers on here. Now it does come stock with an 89 driving dunk before you put the cap breakers on there, so you do have some of the contact dunk animations. 93 gives us gold, also gives us some other nice little animations to go with our build. 45 standing dunk, just helps you with them under basket dunks, and if you get caught after a cut or something like that. 36 post control, that's a default. It's going to give you that post control just by moving some of the other attributes around. On the shooting side of things, 80 mid-range, more than enough to get the job done. I'll show you all the badges and animations and all that stuff here in just a minute. But you can still get silver shifty shooter. You can max +1 or max +2 that up if you want. But 80 is more than enough to be effective in the mid-range. And then the 93-point shot, which is why we wanted that 6'9" wingspan. That is going to give us access to deep bomber. So not only do you get the posterizers, but you have the access to the deep bomber. So many different options on the takeover side of things. With the extra attribute points, put them on the free throw just to be able to get, knock down some shots. When you play a lot of rec and stuff like that, like I do, you want to have that nice free throw. Now on the passing side again, like I said, I play a lot of rec. This would also work for park. 282 pass accuracy. Now I might use some future cap breakers and get this to an 85 to get bailout on bronze. We'll see, maybe I'll use them somewhere else. 86 ball handle and 86 speed with ball, more than enough to get the job done. Again, this isn't one of your meta stock, left, right, left, right, left, right all day long type of point guards. This is a dribble what you need to do. Still more than enough ball handle and speed with ball to create, in shots. As you're going to see some of the badges, we're going to max +1 and 2 of these. We're going to end up with legend lightning launch, which would be really nice. And then on the defensive side of things, 85 perimeter defense. Going to get a silver menace and silver challenger, 91 steal, so you get the gold glove and the gold interceptor as well. So you're going to be able to play plenty of defense on this build. And then as you can see, we started with a 59 block, but we were able to cap breaker that up to a 68 to get us the bronze high flying denier. Nothing really on the rebounding, but these are chunk ones, as I'm going to show you here in a second, so you could really upgrade these and get some decent rebounding on this build as well, so that would really be a plus. On the physicals, nothing too crazy here. 86 speed, 85 acceleration, so you're more than fast enough. And then again, I used some cap breakers here on strength after kind of thinking about this. After I made the initial build, I only had a 60 strength. and I wanted to have a little bit of extra, not only for just playing defense and whatever, but you also get the gold strong handle as well with a 73 strength. So I did break down, I put some cap breakers there, and then the 85 vertical, which you need to get some of these small contact dunks and everything like that. And as you can see, at the time I only have 6 cap breakers. Actually I have 5. I haven't used one yet, but I used 2 right here to get that driving dunk. I used another one over here for the block, which I mentioned, and then I used a couple here on strength to juice that one up from a 60 to a 74. With these extra cap breakers, I'm coming up on finally hitting, level 40 for the season. Also getting one, coming up close to getting one for our crew, and then I think I got some other one coming up for our rep too. So I got probably anywhere from 2 to 4 cap breakers coming up here. So I think I might hold on to this additional one and then decide what I want to do with it. Like I said, you got some chunk ones on the rebounding side if you wanted to move this, up a little bit. You could definitely move your steal up a little bit more if you wanted to. I talked about the driving dunk, you could boost that up. I mean, there's a lot of options you can do. And like I said, if you wanted to take your weight down, you could unlock these last 2 cap breakers and then use like +5 to get to a 91 speed with ball. Completely up to you what you want to do with those. As far as the animations and things like that go, I know you guys always want to ask for the animations. These are what I'm currently running. Again, I'm not saying any of these are the best dribble moves or signature animations or anything like that in the game. They're ones that work for me, so take that for what it's worth. You got to find the ones that work for you, help you move around and be effective. But like I said, these ones do work for me. I talked about the layups. I really like the Eric Gordon layup package for some of these builds that don't have like a super high driving layup. He's got a nice little floater animation, and then just some decent regular animations. If you want to see, I am using the Donovan Mitchell motion style. Some of you want to add, probably be curious to that. The jump shot that I use, I'm using the Allen Iverson base with a Baluba and Stephen Curry blend. I'm using the push release, and I'm running it 3/4. I guess I'm not one that likes a super fast jump shot, so I'm a slight disadvantage there maybe being a point guard, trying to get off some of those quick jump shots, but I just like a nice smooth jump shot, and that definitely is one that works for me. You can see the blending is 80-20 Baluba, 80% Steph Curry, 20%. And if you're interested in any of the dunks that I have, packages that I've got on for 2 foot, I just got the baseline reverses, and then I got the pro and the small contacts. Same thing on the 1 foot dunks, we got the pro and the small, and then the quick drops, reverses. Nothing for standing dunks, and then this is what I run. Devin Booker's got some really nice, quick, effective animations. De'Aaron Fox, kind of the same thing. And then I wanted some more of those aggressive animations, so we put John Morant and Russell Westbrook, and then you can see all the alley-oops. We got the pro, elite, and small contacts to go along with those. So those are the stats, the animations, and everything like that. As far as the badges, you can see what I got going on here. A lot of silver badges, some decent gold badges. We got the gold glove, gold set shot specialist. As I mentioned, we're using a max +2 to have our legend lightning launch on here. We got some decent defensive badges as well, so plenty enough to be effective. On this side, I'm running a max +2 because, like I said, I'm playing in the rec. We're putting legend dimer on here, so y'all randoms miss, it ain't my fault. No, I'm just playing, but still, it ain't my fault. But you see, we got some pretty decent badges and everything like that here. So all in all, build is pretty solid. Now, like I said, we're gonna head over into the rec. I got a little bit of gameplay for y'all, and then we will get you out of here. So we're going to take this bad boy into the random rec. It's really all I've played other than a handful of games on this build. You can see the stats are pretty decent. You get your highs and lows, obviously, when you're playing in the random rec, but definitely what I'm looking to do is have some fun on this build. Like I said, I'm going for the clips. I'm doing all that fun stuff like you see right there. We're going to attack the lane, attack the rim right away, try to get some highlight plays. And then also early on, I feel like playing the point guard position in the random rec, you want to try to get your teammates involved a little bit early on, as weird as that sounds. I feel like, oh my god, he made that? Yeah. So anyway, I feel like you want to get your teammates involved early on a little bit. You kind of see who's decent, who's not, who you can trust. Also, it just shows that you're willing to pass the ball a little bit, because I feel like as a point guard, especially, you make that one bad play or one bad read, and all of a sudden you don't touch the ball. You see we do a quick dot there. We get a nice little assist right here. My goal is to try to get a double-double in these random rec games. You see we get a little hop step, and not exactly what I was looking for. Trying to get a contact dunk there, but, whatever. See, Again, here we kind of force it, and then something you don't always see in the random rec, the extra pass to an easy three-point shot. Imagine that. But like I said, this build can do it on both sides of the floor. It can definitely play a little bit of defense. You know, we put the 8-5 perimeter on there, as you see the little bounce pass. Again, I could probably pull up from 3 there. And then as soon as we get that posterizer takeover, we're going in for a contact dunk. We're trying to be crazy. And as you can see, we missed it there, but we kind of got that like jelly layup animation. Let me know down below, do you guys see that a lot? You know, when you have the posterizer takeover, that you get that animation. I feel like we get that a lot, and it also goes in quite a bit. But anyway, you see we're player of the half. You know, we're off to a decent start to getting our double-double. We're halfway there with the assists. We're shooting pretty solid from the field. We really haven't had to attempt any three-point shots to this point, but we're going to see if we can't knock a couple of those down here in the second half. But, you know, as I mentioned, the build can do a little bit of everything. There you see the jump shot. No, it was green, don't get me wrong. But I feel like most of you may, you know, that are more of a true point guard, maybe you might want to have that jump shot sped all the way up. Just to get that shot off a little quicker. As you see, we get the steal there, and of course, you know, after the steal, we were going for the body, and we missed it, and right there, I thought that was going to be the end of it. You make one of them plays like that, and then all of a sudden, on the next inbounds pass, well, we're not giving that guy the ball. So, again, that's probably why I try to go in and involve the teammates early on, but it actually worked out. Somehow we managed to make that layup, and we were just kind of back to business as usual. We get the nice little scoop layup there. Again, was going for the contact dunk, but I had this lane, but I decided to kick it back out there. Again, I'm trying to get those 10 assists. The build with that 82 pass accuracy can definitely sling it around. It can move a little bit. Again, I've told you guys this 100 times in my past videos in past years. I am not a dribble head. You know, I can move a little bit. I'm more of that, like, do a couple of moves, you know, make the read, get to the hoop, make the pass. So if you're good with the sticks, then this build is going to be stellar for you, because you're gonna be able to dribble, you're gonna be able to get to the cup. You have that 93-point shot, so you could put the deep bomber takeover on there. You could 3-hunt if you wanted to. The build, like I said, can play really nice defense. You know, you can max +1 or 2 that perimeter defense if you wanted to have like Hall of Fame or gold on ball menace. You can see that poster takeover. We're trying to get nasty, but anyway, like I said, this build is really fun to play on. It is very well rounded. It can move a little bit. There's me trying to show off and try to dribble, but I end up kicking it out, and he knocks down the shot, so we do get our double-double. But like I said, this build has been a ton of fun. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it, so that's going to do it for the gameplay. Alright, so that'll do it for the video, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. I hope you guys liked the build. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the gameplay. Maybe we'll try to do some, more of this type of stuff in future videos. If you are new to the channel, definitely don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the builds, face creations, anything like that in the future. Like the video, that helps me out and helps the video get seen by more people. It's been your boy JD. Again, I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.